It is Saturday, and we are here after a bit of a hiatus.
Excuse me.
If you're watching us on Twitch, welcome. If you're watching us on YouTube, hope everything works out okay, because I never know what that one's going to do to us.
Wait, that's a guessing game at this point. YouTube.
But yeah, here we are. We left things off on a rather sour note last time.
We're kind of alive though. Most of us are. Most of us are alive.
I was far, far away. Far, far away.
I mean, Mia actually did fairly well as far as combat was concerned. I'm pretty sure she didn't take any damage.
Nope.
No.
My goal is to never take damage. And then if I have to take damage, I want to take everyone else's damage. But you yahoos got all up close and personal.
Look, I didn't say free the child. I wanted to wait till later.
Yahoos.
Somebody else went Yahoo and free the child. Now they're dead. Well, consequences for their actions.
Well, we got a cleric.
Might become our
that will
consequence.
hopefully do cleric things, or we'll.
I mean, she's already cast Revivify, so
I know.
Fuck Travis in the volcano. That's fine.
So the good news is that while you guys were fighting vampires, Dawn has crept closer.
He said he should be here later. We're still running.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I think that should automatically transport Jacen a few miles closer, or towards a boat, or towards something.
I mean, if you want to start with Jacen, like if that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
yeah.
We could do that.
Well, Jacen magically just, God's like, oh, you didn't transport there. You transported here instead.
Hold on. Let me get the map up for Jacen.
Nah, I don't want to see the map for Jacen.
Oh, you mean a blue square with a tiny dot in the middle of it?
I should have tried to transport to the ship.
Hold on.
Because I've actually seen the ship.
I don't know why you didn't.
Because he wasn't thinking about it at the time. He was panicking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know why. I was totally cool, calm, and collected on my end.
Isn't one of you, dead?
Travis.
Tell you that?
Yeah, don't worry. It's just the guy you tried to read his mind when you first met.
Which is par for the
My statement stands. Isn't one of you, dead?
I mean, I've already got all my bases covered for whether I turn into a vampire or just end up dead, so...
Okay. So, are you guys ready for the switch?
I mean, if you turn into a vampire, you'll just end up dead.
Yes.
Because somebody
Here comes
here
the
will kill
switch.
you.
What direction do we have to go? God damn it, roll 20. I'm going to fight you. Right
That gave
clicking
me
to
the utmost giggles.
Swimming in my swimming pool.
You sure you can't fly?
Well, actually, yes, I did say I was flying when I got on.
Yes, you didn't body
but-
check the water?
Dear husband,
And I have to
how
keep the
does
breakfast
fly
sandwiches
last?
dry. Imagine how mad Gargoyle is going to be if I come there with wet breakfast. Come on now.
Ew,
So, yes.
soggy sandwiches.
Before we get started, let me just do the theme song real quick because I completely forgot. And
Yeah.
we'll be right back. So,
I forgot. Oh.
Jacen,
Yes.
in the middle of the night, in a fit of panic, you take down a bit of a description and try to teleport to your wife. The next thing you know, you're in the middle of the ocean.
So what you're saying is this went about as well as anytime Jason's spell before.
Close, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
The party just does not have any luck with teleportation, do they?
No, it's just anytime Jason uses a spell for the
No, but it's true. We have terrible luck with teleportation.
Jason's going to cast fly the second he appears wherever the hell he appears so he doesn't hit the water.
Okay. You have a very short amount of time, so go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
Oh boy.
That's good. You were enough before you hit the water.
I picture like a very cartoonish, like hands wavy, and he like, floats like a second above the water.
Okay. We will go with that.
Jason's going to look around. Jason is going to realize he is not in Kansas anymore.
Mhm.
And in the middle of the ocean, he is going to scream, "Fuck!"
Sounds
And then
about
proceed
right.
to like go higher up to see if he sees like a boat, any kind of like ship or passage.
Okay. So yes, out in the middle of the water, hovering there, flying up a little bit higher. Dawn is just starting to peek over the horizon. It's not quite as bright as what this picture was. You are, from what you can tell, miles from anything in any direction.
So I don't see any ships, nothing, no Black Pearl.
No. Nothing but waves.
I don't even know which way to go either, right?
No. You know from experience that you have either overshot your destination or undershot your destination. Those are your two choices.
Could I make an educated guess based on where the sun's rising? And I would have seen it on the map.
I don't think the sun rising would help.
Because it wouldn't be an east or west thing.
No. You know what? I cannot tell you how tempting it was to have you land on a floating carcass full of kobolds.
I think I'd rather the carcass full of
You
cobalt
should
than
have.
nothing, to be honest. No?
I almost I rolled dice to see if it was gonna work, and no.
That would be better than what I have, though. No?
Maybe.
Debatable.
Very debatable.
Fuck those.
What about by temperature? Can I tell if I'm like more like is it colder or warmer than what I feel like it should be? Like, is there anything I can use to give myself like a guess on where I think I was on or not?
I'll tell you what. Give me a intelligence check with disadvantage.
Wait, did Mia tell him that we went north?
Yeah, well, he knows it's
12.
north. He just doesn't
Right,
know if
so
he
this-
overshot the target or undershot the target.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Is 12 any good?
when teleportation has a mishap, you either overshoot or undershoot.
Well, if he wants to figure out if he wants to go north or south.
So, 12.
God,
Ugh.
sorry.
I mean, it's almost like flipping a coin, isn't it?
Yep.
Would a different type of role help, like investigation, perception?
With a 12, Your instinct tells you that you fell short.
So that means that I know I need to go further north.
Yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure one of my things tells me that I own. Let me make sure.
You're breaking up.
I'm just.
Observant, right? Or one of your feats tells you.
Yeah, I think I have a feed that lets me know if I'm always north or not.
Which way?
I was gonna say, don't you have a feat that like tells you always know what direction things are, like where north is?
Do I not?
Because I remember you using it in tunnels at least.
It would.
Okay, regardless, north I can tell by rising of the sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so can I do investigation to roll that so I know which way I'm headed?
Which direction is the sunrise in?
I don't know, but Jacen would. He's smart. I'm not.
Rise in the west, sets
I just
in
play
the
a smart
east.
guy on Twitch.
Yes, the sunrise is in the west.
All I know that because literally my street, it rises at the top of my street and sets at the bottom of my
Okay, so
street.
based on that, Jacen will face towards north
Okay.
and start flying north, hopefully to find something to land on at some point.
Wander. I let
Yes.
the joke play far enough. The sun rises in the east. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Oh,
I couldn't let you go.
Oh, that's right. That's right. No, because God.
Yeah,
I
that
look.
makes sense,
I'm
'cause
also stupid sometimes. It's right because
isn't Asia considered the land of the rising sun?
no, it's not only that. It's also California's 3 hours behind us, so they get it last.
Yeah.
No, but it's
so-
also the land of the rising sun, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
So
Japan.
Jacen would, based on that, Jacen would head north.
Okay. So,
All right.
All
Well,
right.
clearly mine have melted brain cells.
how long does fly last for?
Not long enough. I can
Double
definitely
time
tell you
it.
that is not long enough. He very desperately is going to need to find something to land on eventually. 10 minutes
10
at a
minutes.
time.
10 minutes of flight at what? 35 feet per turn.
If he double dashes,
Yeah, I'd be double dashing if that were. Yeah.
So
I mean, can you use the like since you're going in a straight line? Don't
I get a
you
flight
have
speed of
something
6.
where you can-
It's a flight speed of 60 feet.
Isn't there that thing you can like go
Sprinting.
triple? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got our homebrew sprint rule, which is triple in a straight line. Is that what I said? We haven't used that
Yes.
in a while.
That sounds
No.
accurate.
wow, we have a sprint
You
roll.
fight in
Yeah.
like close quarters.
The only time we would use sprint rolls is if we're trying to run away.
Thank you for the follow.
I'm
Yay.
because I wanted attention.
Thanks.
Thanks for the sub.
Let me pull up our homebrew rules so that you all can see them while we're.
Yeah, my flying speed is 60, so it's actually twice as good as my movement speed.
There we go. That's so you guys can familiarize. Okay. So that's 180 feet per 6 seconds, which would be 60 turns in 10 minutes. What's 180 feet times 60?
10,800.
For what's 180 feet times 60?
What's 10,800 feet divided by miles?
I
Not
found
very
somewhere.
good.
So
Wait, but it says the sprint is 4 times your base speed, so it'd be 100. It would be 240. No.
Summit. Hold on.
Oh, it is 4 times according to rules.
It's 4 times?
Yeah, that's what it says on your sprint. It says if you use your movement bonus action attack, you move 4 times your base speed. So 4 times 60 is 240.
Okay, so Siri, what's 240 times 60?
The answer is
1,000.
14,400.
How many miles is 14,400 feet?
The answer is 2.73 miles.
So not even 3 miles. 2 3/4
You're so
miles.
far away.
Yay! So I can do that 3 times. I fly 3 times.
Okay, so that's. We'll just call it 3 miles, just for hell of it. With maybe you got the wind at your back or something. So 9 miles is what you're able to get through in 30 minutes, which isn't
And
bad.
how far away was I? 30 something miles.
That was a great deal.
It wasn't more. Wait, how many? Where did we find out the miles again? Do you remember? It was definitely less than 50. I remember that.
No, because you landed about halfway between the 2 points.
It was pretty fucking far.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think we
pretty
made the
far.
joke we'll see you in a few days.
Yeah.
Don't get eaten by anything that's out in the ocean, too.
Jacen is gonna become seafood. For seafood.
For the sake of narrative and to make this
I think we
easier,
mathed it wrong. I think we mathed it really wrong, actually. I think you can go much farther than that.
I just Siri'd it. That's all I did.
Yeah, but it's 240 feet per 6 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And then there are how many seconds in 10 minutes?
There are.
I think you can go
How many
like
turns does it last
5
for?
miles. Like, it's crazy.
There are 10.
It's 10 minutes. The last 10
in
minutes.
a minute. So it'd be 10 times 10, which is 100. So yeah, I have 40 off. Okay. Anyway, he's still short. I mean,
Well, no, because it's 240.
It's 240 times 10 times 10. Is what's
240
here.
times 100 is
It's 24,000.
Yeah.
24,000. 24,000 divided into miles.
Which is like divided by roughly 5. So it's about 5 miles.
How many miles in 24,000 feet?
It's 4.55
4.5.
miles.
4.5 miles. So that
So
would,
turns that by 3.
so 15 miles, which gets him closer. Yeah,
It's a lot closer than 9.
it's definitely a lot closer.
It's a 6-mile difference.
But what I was gonna say is, for the sake of narrative, and because I wasn't prepared to do all this today, let's just say that there is, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Falcosia, that's the name I was looking for.
New phone, who dat?
Did you just ask me who that was?
Yes. Am I supposed to know who Douglas is?
So, Remy, as you're flying, and that name pops into your head, and that comment pops into your brain,
Oh no, why?
the vision of a golden, one-horned celestial horse starts like galloping in
Oh,
the air
that was his
beside you.
name. I just remember as the Divine One or whatever.
This is
I
true.
forgot
We
he had a
did used to
name.
always call it the Divine One.
Yeah, I just always call him the Divine One.
And he just looks at you. Forgot my name already, have you?
It's been a long night. I'm sorry.
And here I was
It feels like it's
thinking
been a lot
about,
longer than it's been.
thinking about bestowing my power upon you to give you another chance at your silly little teleportation spell.
I promise to do good and to honor your name with deeds that will bring light to those that need it.
I don't think that's going to be good enough this time.
What do you need?
Oh, let's have some fun.
Is it a firstborn child? They always want firstborn children.
Jason,
No.
wait, see what they're gonna have.
I mean, good for Mia because she's not able to have kids. So.
In return for my help, each day, the first time you meet one of your friends, you must give them a sincere compliment.
Okay, just to be clear, does that mean anyone in my group or only the people that actually consider friends? Because I want to make sure I do it right.
Any of those in your traveling party, let's say.
That is fair. I 100% accept these circumstances.
I have given you everything you need to succeed. And he disappears. And you have one level 7 spell slot.
Yay!
Never forget your god's name ever again.
Yeah, it's embarrassing as hell.
Okay, so are we gonna do this again?
Apparently,
What is your target?
the ship
The
has
ship?
been there. Yeah, the ship, because I've actually been there.
What part of the ship?
I'd assume I know the docks the most, no?
The deck?
Yeah, like the deck of the ship would be what I know the most.
Top deck?
Yeah.
Or like the steering deck?
Top deck, because it's a bigger space for me to potentially land on.
Roger that. Okay. So, would you like to make the 100 roll?
Wait, yeah.
I'm going to count that as seen casually.
Oh,
99?
oh.
99's good, right?
99
sure
is
hope
very
so.
good.
Fucking finally. Doomer was like, this is a Hail Mary, and if you fuck up my goodwill, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking in my head.
The god gave me a 99. The god gets. People are getting 2 nice compliments.
So, as you concentrate, Jacen, and you let your magic swirl around you,
Think of how much you missed me.
I landed in the water again. Fuck.
So, Jacen, you get the feeling immediately that this time you're on target. You have a better idea of where you're going, and the magic is working as intended.
Yay. Yeah, I don't feel like your
However.
pain is not like 33. Oh boy, this is however. Yep.
Oh god.
There is no ship.
As the teleportation spell activates and you feel yourself pulled through time and space, suddenly you are underwater,
Fuck.
standing on what appears to be the remnants of the ship's deck.
You
I'm
guys
sorry,
crashed?
what?
Lose.
No, we didn't
my
crash.
Fucking
I'm sorry, what?
mind.
What?
You guys
Like, am I at the
there.
bottom of the fucking ocean here?
What the fuck did 2 do?
You are underwater, standing on a rather large piece of intact deck with debris strung around and the sun shining through the water up above, about 40 or 50 feet above you. As you come up from the bottom, you are in a nice little lagoon. Do
Yeah.
I still have a picture of that?
At that point, Jason's also going to use standing and be like, Mia, why the fuck is the ship at the bottom of the water?
Mia's gonna get pissed. Because we didn't know that.
It's like, Mia, my love, my dear, why is the ship at the bottom of the ocean?
To which Mia would promptly reply several obscenities. A lot of like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're on the ship, or what? It wasn't. We parked it. We left like a bajillion crew members on it.
Did I see any bodies down there?
Like specifically, you know,
1
an
second.
automaton and a thief and a dragon.
So yes, you are in a cove, and floating around you is the flotsam of pieces of a ship, barrels, splintered wood, tattered sails, and off in the distance you see an Imperial warship.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fucking cool.
Jason's going to also let me know. Jason's like, would an Imperial warship have anything to do with the ship?
Yeah, it would.
Why
How
are
the
Imperials
fuck
after
were
you?
we tracked by an Imperial warship all the way out here?
Where are you guys from here? Jason says.
Sierra doesn't know. Mia would know. I wasn't here last time, so I'm not quite sure where we are.
We're in the underground from that village.
Like how far?
The village took you about half a day to get there from the cove.
We're about a half a day inland from the cove.
Fantastic. Is it safe to go? Like, are there traps there? Can I just like sprint towards it?
It's jungle, and there's potentially a demon lurking about.
Okay. So did my god only give me one spell? But how much of fly did I use, and how many spell slots did the god give me back?
Gave you 1 level 7 spell slot back.
Okay, did I use all 3 of my fly spells?
You said you did.
Well, at that point I would have fallen in the water. That's why I'm asking, because like you let me teleport. So
I said while you were near the end of your flight.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so I do not have any level 3 spells. What spells do I have to make myself go faster?
Well, can't you regain those flight spell levels by?
Oh yeah.
something?
Jason says he'll take a short rest and be with you momentarily. Jason will take a short rest and gather his air supply back and stuff.
You're gonna have to swim to shore because you only swum up.
How far from shore am I?
Not that far.
Yeah, Jason will swim to shore and set up a little camp in like a little like hidden area or something. He'd find a little spot to set up camp.
Yeah, I'll turn to the party and be like, I hope you didn't leave anything on the ship that you needed.
What are you talking about?
Because apparently it's underwater.
What? What the fuck happened?
Jason said Imperial warship. He teleported to help us. And made it to the ship. When he got to the ship, he was underwater with whatever remains of said ship.
How the fuck did an Imperial warship find us all the way out here?
That's it. Yeah. Internally screaming that at him currently. Don't quite know. Possibly scrying and tracking because we're highly trackable individuals. Highly trackable.
Fuck.
You know, maybe they worked with someone who had someone's, I don't know, blood or hair or image on file.
I have no hair. I can't imagine they'd have one of my scales, though.
Well,
so Jason
they
would
only-
rest for an hour before flying.
they found the ship. Who did we leave on the ship?
You and I think Galboy?
Saren. We left Saren on the ship.
Oh, shit.
So if they're not dead, they're on that Imperial warship currently, I'm sure. No time to grieve because we don't know. So we'll just pretend they're alive for right now.
So, Jacen, while you're you set up like a little camp so you can try and regain some spell slots, or what's your plan there? Because you're in a completely area
just
that you
set up
don't
a
know.
little, yeah. Just set up a little place where I see it's a little more inland, a little hidden.
Okay. Just give me a perception check for me.
Passive perception's not good enough, I'm assuming.
Not right now. You're a bit frazzled.
Okay, because it's low. Oh man, that's lower than my passive perception does.
Don't get eaten by a shark.
So, yes, a shark that crawled up on land.
Sand shark. I don't know. It's
So
a fucking weird island, Doomer.
It is. So as you are at your little camp, trying to take a short rest and regain a bit of yourself, you do notice a small red figure wandering the beach, picking up pieces of the ship and things it was carrying that have washed up on shore. He's
Oh god.
about 60 or 70 yards away from you right now, but you see this small little silhouette.
Can I tell what he is?
Give me another perception check to look more closely.
Wow.
I quit this game, Doomer. I quit it.
Why do
If
you
this is
quit
the
this
one
game?
if this is the one surviving ship member, I quit.
He's little.
I don't care.
He's not a very big target.
I have a +4 on these rolls. That's how low I'm rolling.
You
that's pretty
used
bad.
all
That
of
is
your
unfortunate.
muster for your 99.
Apparently. We blew the mother load there, Dumey.
Well, I hope everyone likes it. Island life, because we'll be living here now. No fucking way off this plan.
Why did
Living here until the end of the world.
Oh, it's
You're
this one,
dead. It
isn't
doesn't matter to you.
We'll see what happens.
Do you want a water burial or a sand? Do you just want us to throw you in the volcano? What's your dying wish?
Honestly, Travis would probably want a pyre for his funeral.
Oh, good. We have a large volcano.
It shouldn't be a problem.
the biggest pyre I can think of.
So, Jacen, it appears to be a small lizard man of some kind.
This is me quitting.
Jacen would use message
How did I?
to communicate with them, so they don't necessarily not. What is your business with grabbing the stuff from the ship?
And you see the figure stop and look around. And then he picks up his foot and looks under his foot. God. Is that you?
God.
Yeah, duh.
Jacen is amused. Jacen will say, like, I'm in your head, just speak the words out loud back to me.
The words out loud back to you.
Jacen face palms. Why are you scavenging the ship?
Ah. Junk useful. Useful for build stuff. Build
Have
stuff,
you
conquer
seen-
island.
Fair enough. Do you know where a village is from here?
No.
Have you seen? And then he describes me.
Captain!
Yes, Captain. Where is she?
She left.
You were part of the crew.
Yes. Most important part.
Liar.
I see that. Would you be able to help me find some shelter?
Few others up from beach.
Where?
And you see from your vantage point, he kind of turns around, looks for a minute, and points in a general northeastern direction.
Can you take me?
Yeah. And he picks up the couple of things he was looking at before you spoke to him, and he takes off running in a northeasterly direction.
Jacen follows. Is that towards the village?
You'll have to find out.
Jason's following the little dragon person.
Okay. And now we're going to go back to the main group.
Thank you.
So I really don't know how we're gonna get off this fucking island. We're on an island with fucking water vampires, a fucking demon, and a fucking volcano, and a village full of people who don't really want to help us out, and our ship's fucking sunk.
Breathe first. One problem at a time.
That's all the same problem.
Well, the more immediate problem is we should get out of here so that we can maybe get healed.
You are here right now. Oh, no, sorry. You are here right now.
Yeah, we're there because we swam all the way back.
And I don't know where Jacen is on the island, and so God knows what he's going to encounter on his way to find us, ?
Did you warn him about the demon?
I did.
Okay.
And he's here because of the vampires, so I hope he knows to look out for them.
It's gonna be daylight soon, maybe? I don't even know how long we've been down here.
I quickly send a message to Jacen, and I say, please stay safe, trust no children or kobolds.
Too late.
Not the kobolds. The kobolds are fine.
For the love of fucking God. Why?
Okay, let's...
How are you? How? Okay.
What?
Well, yeah. So, Travis, we tried Revivify and it didn't work? What?
Basically, the small vampire child drained him all the way, I think. Kyrie, what did it feel like when you tried Revivify?
Not right. I don't remember exactly what was...
Like, he's got no capacity to take healing.
Yeah.
Did we think possibly of a restoration? If that would maybe...
The only thing I have strength for right now is a lesser restoration, and
That's not gonna do it.
greater restoration's not in my skill book.
I have greater restoration and I have a skill slot for that for left. I did try spare the dying. It didn't seem to really help much either.
No. I don't... Hold, please.
What exactly does greater restoration do?
It's 5th level.
It does a lot of different things. Basically, I use positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. Like, I can help reduce exhaustion. Like, someone who's charmed or petrified, I can get rid of that.
Well, hey, now we got an easier way of getting rid of charm. Just put them near me.
True. It might.
So we
I
know
think
that
we
the
did
vampire
hear-
drained him.
It might.
Would Melagos
still be-
know much about vampires, actually? I don't think she's ever really been around them. Outside of, like, the general knowledge that, like, sunlight and holy water hurt them.
You think?
Yeah.
Honestly, if anybody would be to know about vampires, it would be Kyrie. Because it would have been
think I-
covered in teachings.
I
We all
wasn't
play
quite. I don't remember what I was taught because
That's
memory stuff.
true. Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
we do.
But in my
I
travels, like,
always try to see if Jacen can spend a minute. So it's
well, in my learnings through the years in passing, I could have, like, I would know that Greater Restoration does help with one effect, reducing the target's hit point maximum.
Let's try a religion check, Kyrie.
Okay.
Out of character, I was like, yeah, worst case scenario, we just roll for the shit. Yeah.
17. So, let me think of the best way. So, vampires survive by drinking blood, even though they can survive for a long time without it. It's just in a very weakened state. Sunlight hurts them. They don't cast shadows. They don't cast reflections. If someone is killed by a vampire through a bite, you would know that if that body is buried in dirt, the next night it will rise as a vampire.
Oh,
That's
good to
something
know.
you know.
Does being underground count as being buried?
That's interesting, isn't it?
Why do I think of these things?
Vampires
give you
can
fuel,
change
don't I?
their shape. As long as they're not in sunlight or sitting in running water. They regenerate themselves. They can climb like a spider on walls. Vampires have flaws. They can't enter a residence without an invitation. Trying to think if there's anything else.
I mean, that right there is a good bit to go off of.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's quite a load of information.
Yeah.
Probably answered a couple questions.
Right. I say we should probably get Travis out of the underground ASAP.
so that
And
it's not like the burial dirt, it's just the proximity to under a
I'm not
rock layer.
100%. I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to risk it and find out.
Cool.
That's good enough for me.
Once we get him out, then I'm going to try Greater Restoration on him.
So, is it a conundrum? Is it like, what do we have to do first versus second? Like, if he's dead currently, Greater Restoration won't have an effect? Or will it? I don't know how god magic works. I live with a wizard who blows himself up.
I don't know enough about this type of magic, enough experience with it. But, I mean, if we don't want him to turn into one of those things, we need to get him out of this tunnel, like, now.
That's good enough
I'm
for
all
me.
For, like, hauling ass out of here.
Yeah.
Someone want to
Do you
help
need
me carry him?
with Travis? Yeah.
Well, I guess she's gonna like pull herself up to her feet again and be like, okay. Oh god, dead weight. A little bit.
Mia picks him up like he's just like a pillow. Like,
Okay,
"Alright, let's go."
shut off. Do you just want to carry him by yourself?
I mean, I could. I'll
Okay.
like fireman carry Travis.
Alright, so Malagos is gonna lead the way. Since Mia's carrying Travis, Malagos will be like, I'll take initiative and lead the way out.
Garth, can you get the back?
Guard would likely take the back. I don't think Guard's here yet.
No, just have him cover our backs.
Aye.
And Malagos is gonna start leading the way out.
Okay.
Maybe not
See-
super fast, but she's doing it.
You guys make your way back through the tunnels, back to the ladder, up the ladder into Carrick's house.
Do we think that What's-Her-Face didn't go into Carrick's house because she's a vampire?
Next time we look at her, we can probably see if she has a shadow. I mean, that info Kyrie gave us is really handy.
Hmm.
We know what to look out for.
No, Doomer mentioned that we missed a clue, and I will be puzzling about that fucking missed clue until the day I die.
I had forgotten about that until now, so...
Never forget.
Do you want me to give you the clue?
No.
Is it not relevant anymore?
It's not relevant anymore.
You
Oh.
can DM it to me.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm
I
kind of curious too.
Honestly, if it's not relevant anymore, then yeah. I'm good.
Okay. The food on the table was dry, stale, and slightly rotten, and hadn't been touched in some time.
Mother!
Yeah, we said that. We totally
Yeah.
pointed that out.
Maybe
you
that
sure?
wasn't the one. You guys got the fireplace, food, the heavy coverings on all the windows.
Maybe that was.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember like that clicking as a thing. So maybe that was the one.
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, that might still be pretty fucking relevant.
So yes, you guys are in Carrick's house. What would you like to do?
I will try to use Greater Restoration on Travis
Okay.
and see if it does anything. I lay my hand on him and say, Tamara, save this being. And where to go?
You're gonna need more than your hand.
Well, that's my. Oh, and use 100 GP worth of diamond dust.
Okay.
Sorry.
So as you sprinkle the diamond dust over Travis's form, you sense something like how to describe this to you. You sense something leaving the object in front of you, like a curse has been removed.
Malagos, you spare the dying.
You're asking me to do something, and I.
Because I'm not taking my hands off him until we try that.
I don't have Spare the Dying.
You don't?
Nope.
Well, fuck.
That's not one of my spells.
Cantrips.
Yeah, it's not a cantrip.
I don't have cantrips.
Oh, well, shit.
Paladin.
That's right. You're a paladin.
Yeah.
Well, then
And
with
not
that,
spellcasty one.
I will quickly swap to doing Spare the Dying.
Okay.
And that is... Where is it at?
I mean, the best I could do was, like, cure wounds.
No, don't worry about it. I can use the cantrip. I touch Travis's forehead and I say stabilize this being and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. When you attempt to do that,
Oh, shit.
the spell fizzles out. And if you give me a proper you're a wisdom casting class. Give me a wisdom check.
Think I clicked it?
Hasn't popped up yet.
Maybe. Let me try again. Being slow.
Okay.
That sounded like a
22.
Spare the Dying requires a living creature that has 0 hit points.
Yep, which I was hoping that would bring him to 0 by getting rid of the negative.
The object in front of you had a curse removed from it. It is
He's
a corpse.
calling him an object. He's dead.
So it's going to take something that is not Spare the Dying to revive a corpse.
Are we outside the window of Revivify? Because we had to, like, walk all the way up here.
I
Yeah.
don't have that spell slot available now.
That's within the last
It's a minute,
so
right?
absolutely.
Wait, but
late.
he's had that curse on him. Maybe it counteracts it, so maybe we try it just in case. Worst that happens is it's a no.
Fuck it. I will cast Revivify. I'll grab a diamond again out of my backpack worth 300 GP. I will say, come back to us and put my hands together with the diamond.
Mia takes out a spreadsheet and inventories how many diamonds Travis has used.
God. It's like the hospital bills.
It's literally what
I
it
am
is.
I am certain that the captain would be more than happy to reimburse you for whatever expenses may be occurred by my being with you.
Does
As long as you
emotional
come back alive.
expense count?
So, Kyrie,
Emotional damage.
as you lay this diamond over where Travis's heart would be, and you infuse it with your magic and your faith, you watch as the diamond loses its shine and cracks into 2 halves. The spell has no effect.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
okay.
I can prepare. Actually, I have resurrection, but I don't have a diamond worth at least 1,000 GP.
Do you have gentle repose?
That's in my skill slots, but it wasn't readied. I didn't expect any of us to go dying.
Always expect us to go dying.
Well, that's why I have Death Ward.
I do have gentle repose. There it is.
So technically, I don't expect anyone to die twice.
It's not prepared though.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Alright, Kyrie, after this, we're going to have a chat. And
Yeah,
one
we
of us is
gotta
always going to have
coordinate.
this repaired now.
Yeah, we have to
There-
coordinate.
There are priests here, possibly, that could help us. We don't know enough. Maybe you talked to him about his last dying wishes. Does he want to be brought back? How does he want to be brought back? Is he religious? Does he follow his credence? Like,
I
what
don't
would...
know.
Just so you are all aware, Travis would not have talked about anything religious.
I feel like we would know that much.
I mean,
Or at least, like, Kyrie and Malleus.
I've never had a religious conversation with him, so I don't think he's devout. Well, I'm also not religious, so it's...
I don't think he's ever actually talked about religion. I feel like he spaces out anytime we do talk about it.
Okay.
Or walks away.
Me is super devout.
Yeah.
Travis would not be super devout.
What we can control is what we do next. So next, we have some options. For God, everything feels like it needs to be happening at the same time. Right? Like,
Funny.
All right.
our crew could be dead. We need to figure that out. This village could be overrun and a lost cause, and we don't know who's who currently. I mean, I guess we could see who's like up and wobbling about during the day, and I guess those aren't vampires. We need to address Travis's body with the dignity it deserves.
Let's look at what we can control right now. We can handle going out to the village, since I can see it's kind of looking like it's getting lighter outside now that we're up here. See if there's any priest who might be able to help us with Travis.
Should we not move until day? Should we stay in a defensible place until the sun's out?
Doomer, by this time, is the sun actually fully out, or is it still, like, working on it?
I don't know, but you could check outside.
Malleus does look at the window.
I tear down the fucking things.
Okay.
Like, all the window coverings. Wop, 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 wop,
The
wop.
sun has crested over the horizon. It is morning.
Okay.
Do some of us stay here? Just to make sure no one moves his body while we go look?
Did we pick up what's-his-face along the way? Like, didn't he say he was staying back?
He wasn't there whenever you guys went through.
So he left?
I think he went back to the village to go talk to the elder.
Alright, we find our friend, and we get him to help us with some of our issues. Because we're only here because of him, so. I don't regret being a good person at all. Never doing that again. Of the consequences of my actions.
And I guess now here's another worry. You say Jacen told you there was an Imperial ship?
There's an Imperial warship on the horizon.
Do we know if they took a smaller ship to get onto the island?
I have no information on whether they were coming or going or docked or, it was a hit and run situation. I mean, I could ask, but he could be long gone off the beach by now.
Let's just play this as, let's all be careful, keep our eyes out to make sure we don't run into any Imperials.
I swear to God, if Jacen makes it all the way here and I don't get to see him before he dies, I'm killing him again.
Before he died. Sorry.
I know we also have to be careful because I'm in no shape to really fight again. So I'm possibly going to be a hindrance if we ever have to get in a fight. How's everyone else feeling?
I'm fine.
I'm all
It
right.
helps to not need magic.
Yeah, well, I'm between having magic and having had 70% of my life force sucked out of me by a small angry child.
Well, how about we take a 10-minute break?
I need
Yeah.
3 to process this.
Okay,
Business
we're,
days.
we're gonna take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back. So, and we
Oh.
are back.
Great.
Well, we're technically back, but not everyone is back to their keyboard yet. So, in that case, we're gonna check in on Jacen.
Hi.
How you doing, Jacen?
So, Jacen,
How's
as you're
number 2?
following this little red kobold, he's taking you up what appears to be a somewhat new path through the foliage. Oh,
Okay.
excuse me. And a few hundred yards away from the beach, come to a small clearing where there's a campfire and about somewhere between half a dozen, maybe 10, rather damaged, injured, familiar faces from Valley Rest, just trying
Oh, thank
to
God.
get everybody patched up, and they all look very much in distress at the moment. Aha!
Jason would do what he could to help help the injured.
I found
Assuming they
another
remember.
one. Says number 2 as he points to Jacen.
Does Jason get a reaction from them or not?
A few people turn, but most of them are kind of most of them are too injured to really say much. One person, one of the old sailors from Valley Rest, usually a fisherman, walks up to Jacen. Oh, it's good to see you, my boy.
What happened? You guys okay?
Well, we was making sure everything was good on the ship since most of the officers had went on to shore, and we had the anchor down and the sails wrapped up, and suddenly we heard some cannon fire, and, well, I'm sure you saw the mess it made.
But why would an Imperial ship fire on you guys?
Well, we had a little incident in the last port we was in, and kind of left under duress, you might say.
Jason takes a deep sigh. Do you know where the officers are? The rest of my group is?
They followed some big orc man into the jungle. Said he had a village near the center of the island.
And how far are we from the center of the island right now?
I couldn't tell you. This is as far inland as I've been.
Okay. Jason is going to take his time, help people out there, but rest for an hour before regaining his spell slots.
Okay.
And then once he's done that, he's going to fly up and head as center of the island as he can. From what he saw, is it a big island?
Oh, it's a decent, I'd say about Hawaii. Maybe
So,
the
like,
main island of Hawaii.
How many miles circumference wide?
Oh, of course you're gonna ask me that question.
Well, it's because I'm about to fly, yeah.
Hold on. Where's my little map legend?
And then also, like, how far inland are we right now?
Alright, so let's go back to the map. 'Cause Jacen wants the
To the
details.
master. Well,
He's the
needs to be
smart one in the group. He has
Details.
20 intelligence. What do you want?
The details are kind of important.
He has to get Garganoth breakfast.
Thank you for the follow. So if you zoom in on the island, which, I had to hand draw the island. So the group is where the X is.
Okay, wait, hold on. In here. The character sheet for a second. The X is where the group is?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And you are in the little cove on the south side of the island.
Oh, that's where we are with the villagers?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so how many miles, give or take?
About 10.
Okay, so I can actually fly there.
Yeah, but you don't know that's where they are.
True. True. How many, are there lots of villages in the island?
In the little group that you're in, it's members of the crew from Valley Rest. There's probably about 8 of them, maybe 9.
Okay.
9 with number 2.
Okay. Jacen is going to sending. Tell me he's with number 2. He's with crew, and ask her where she is. He's going to be flying.
Okay.
And he will wait for the wifey's response.
In 25 words, can you type that out for me? Thank you.
With 2.
Does Garganoth know that Mia is conversing with Jacen presently?
She has told us she is because Jason's the one who told Mia about our ship.
Okay, Garganoth canonically would ask Mia, did he mention anything about bringing the Cinnabons or, the hash browns that we used to make?
It's chronically in the message. With 2 and survivors of ship, where are you flying to? # love.
Where's the rest of the 25 words? Doomer changed the rules.
That's be exactly 25? It can't be 25 or less?
The spell doesn't end until you speak 25 words.
Wait,
Please add the word like #love you, #brought breakfast.
Hashtag could be
Hashtag-
2 words.
Divorce.
14, 15.
No.
So simply hashtag is 2 words. We're at 18. So hashtag that's 1920. Your
Yep, I'm a word. I brought Cinnabons.
There, you're really pretty to his wife. Ha. And scoring brownie points.
I'm just gonna say, if
Mia's
we're counting
eyes
it as
are
hashtag is 2
twitching.
words, hashtag you're really.
Mia has aneurysm out of stupidity.
And it cuts off.
Mia's eyes just start twitching uncontrollably.
Mia, what's wrong?
I have an idiot in my head.
What happened?
Jason,
She's like, I regretfully said I do when I should.
God, I should have just. There's a lot of regrets I'm having right now. Jason's with 2, so he didn't drown. Unfortunately,
You sound so enthusiastic about the fact that he didn't drown.
I
Jacen
can't
or
even.
number 2?
Yes.
I can't even muster up a joke about it. I'm so annoyed. With ship survivors.
Good.
So, Sorry, Garth. The breakfast got all soggy when he landed in the shipwreck. No good.
Oh, well, it's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably tell him where we are, and then we can reunite.
Yeah, I will. Hold on, I have to type down.
Mia has been out in the field long enough to be able to give Jacen a probably generally accurate position of where you guys are. I have no doubt she was probably tracking like where they are on the island in case they had to make an escape or something.
So then, yeah, once the hour is done there, Jacen, once the rest is done, Jacen flies straight to them. He would tell them to stay where they are for a bit. He'll be there within 2 hours.
Oh, wait. What time are we supposed to meet the heart of the island?
I don't know.
First thing in the morning.
Great.
With that, we have to go to the volcano for that.
Mm-hmm.
We could just meet at the volcano.
Well, we don't know where exactly at the volcano.
You're supposed to meet with the chief, and the chief was supposed to take you to the volcano.
Do we want to... Why don't we just tell Jacen to meet us halfway since we have to go there?
We don't know what halfway is. He doesn't know what halfway is. We just halfway where?
Like, you said he's at the cove?
Yeah.
We know that volcano is halfway between us and the cove, don't we?
I have no idea.
Because we walked that whole ass way.
Mia knows. I do not know the layout of this island.
Yeah, I know. That's why Malagos was saying, like, do we want to tell Jacen to meet us halfway? Like, or not meet us halfway, like meet us at the volcano. We have
That's
to
what
go
I'm
there
saying.
anyway.
We might as well have him just meet us at the volcano if we're going to be headed there anyway.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Type it in 25 words or less, please.
Okay.
I mean, turnabout's
9,
fair
10,
play.
11, 12, 13.
Please just fill the rest of the words with different breakfast items.
Boop,
Did we tell him
boop,
Travis
boop.
is dead?
Okay, so Travis is dead.
Yeah.
Wait, do we leave him back there, or?
He's
No.
currently in the building that we're at.
I mean, you could put him in a bag of holding.
What?
Oh my god.
That's so inhumane, but also so efficient.
I mean, he wouldn't decay in there, would he? Oh, no, he would.
I mean, Travis
He's not-
is a corpse at the moment. He doesn't care.
If we put him in there, we just never tell him about it.
I don't. Okay.
And then,
Honestly, even if it ever slips, Travis is going to be like, well,
I hate you.
Travis's first words after being dead would be, "Why do I smell like our bag of holding?"
What do I?
why
feel
would
like
Travis
I
know what your guys' bag of holding smells like?
There's no oxygen
Mia
in there.
says, "I hate you. We are in the village. Meet us at the volcano. Check in when you are close. Travis is dead. You're pretty."
Oh, you were the one making the message, I see.
Aggressive typing.
Like inappropriately loud.
you know, let's count how many words he's using.
They're putting their heart and soul into this
So
message.
Jacen says, "I love you. On my way. I will." What the fuck is it, Travis? Is that like an STD? Love you.
You met Travis?
Yeah,
Jason met him once, really.
I mean, I would think you would remember the guy who pointed a halberd at you.
You'd be surprised it happens a lot.
How often that happens.
If
Yeah,
Jason had a
okay,
dime
fair
for him,
enough.
someone pointed a halberd weapon at him. If Kazan had
Oh,
$1 for every time someone pointed at him, he would not need to adventure any.
I was gonna say, Jason walked
That
into a
is-
whole camp of like our dragon cult enemies, said one wrong word, and had an entire camp point their weapons at him.
We had a whole city, remember?
Well, I'm talking about the time when Lavira got killed.
Oh, there was that too. Yep.
That was the very first time.
Is that the frog incident?
Yes, it was.
The frog incident.
Sad but hilarious.
So, oh,
Alright, team, what's the plan?
we're gonna go. We're putting Travis in the bag of holding.
Jason prepares
At
to use
least-
that Goku and fly to the volcano.
I'm sure Garganoth would offer to carry him over his shoulders, though.
Okay,
One of us can carry him, or I have the broom. I could drape him over.
I was gonna say, but the risk is if there's Imperial guards on this island and they see him dead.
Well, but we could easily talk our way out of that. If we were the ones that killed him, why would why would we be carrying his body?
Trophy.
Maybe if number
I'm
2
also
were leaving our party. Bring trophy.
Useful parts. Secretly, number 2 is a necromancer.
I wouldn't be.
I honestly would not be fucking surprised.
A necromancer,
that's
artificer, tinkerer sounds pretty badass.
It does.
That sounds like 2.
Did you see there's
really
a new subclass for
Yes, I bought the books already.
Artificer has a basically a necromancer subclass now.
Oh, I need to make one of those someday.
That's it. That's number 2 right there. That's it. That's what he
Yeah.
is.
I fully can't wait to play an artificer. I mean, I've been planning one for a while now. Very excited. I guess we're going to the chief.
Yep.
Either one of us is carrying dead weight, or putting him in the bag is dead weight.
Honestly, just put him in the bag. Because then if we come across something that we have to fight,
I wish we had a bag
Just-
of colding. Really helpful.
oh, like putting him in a freezer.
Yeah.
Well, if we take a long rest after this whole ordeal, I will get gentle repose, and I will gentle repose him.
Well, there's no oxygen, so there's no decomp, right? Like, biology can't exist where there's no oxygen. So it should be fine. Mia says in a tone that's far
Okay, but I'm
above
pretty
her
sure we've put something
intelligence
in there, and it's like gone rotten before.
Restaurants will never go out of business with this one simple trick.
A
Who
very
needs a
expensive bag of
refrigerator when you
holding.
have a bag of holding?
Well, that depends. Are you planning on keeping Travis in there long enough to rot?
You never know.
but it's
We are on
not.
we are on a secluded island.
So, stuffing Travis into the bag of holding, which I am sure takes a few minutes and is a rather comical sight.
We're trying to do this as gently as possible.
Question: feet or head first?
Feet.
Head.
I have thought about this.
Head's easier.
Just open the bag of holding, put your feet in, and just slip you in there.
Yeah, I'm assuming once we get the shoulders in, it's all gravy from there.
Reverse birthing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Go back from whence you came.
Anyway, after that, you guys make your way back to that central chamber where you had first met the chief. So as you descend into the chamber where they have the flame in the center, you find the chief there just sitting, possibly meditating, but sitting silently as if awaiting your presence.
Have I arrived yet or no?
No. It's only
You're
been a
far.
few minutes.
Oh,
So
they were
question.
that close to the volcano.
Immediately knowing from our little chat with Kyrie that vampires don't cast shadows, is he casting a shadow with a flame in the middle?
Give me a perception check.
Fuck. I don't know why I ask these questions. Malagos is terrible at these.
The fire's making pretty shadows on the wall.
Anyone else want to check?
I mean, if Mia would notice her like looking, she'd probably look too.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yes, there is one Yambul-shaped shadow that sways with the light of the fire.
I give Malagos a thumbs up.
Okay. Oh my god, we all look terrible. I just realized. Malagos looks like a fucking mess. And we're
Oh.
You're
supposed to
all a
have
mess.
slept.
You're all a
For
mess.
sure.
And we're
And
definitely
you're currently missing someone who was there before.
Garg always looks fabulous.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I didn't really lose
Fashion.
any health, so I'm kind of like,
I'm probably the only one who looks
I
put
imagine
together.
you look a little sleep deprived.
I'm in health.
Yes.
Fine. Won't take me that
Chief
long to
Yambul?
catch up.
Then again, does Mia ever look not sleep deprived?
Dealing with this lot? Absolutely not.
What's that supposed to mean?
We're fucking gremlins.
I mean, I'm not disputing. I'm just asking questions.
It means I'm overly anxious and it keeps me up at night.
Morning, Chief Yambul.
He slowly opens his eyes and looks in your all's directions. Did you not find our accommodations hospitable?
Can we take?
I guess it's gonna
like,
look
okay,
at me
who
and be
else
like,
is around? Is it just Chief Yambul?
It's just the chief that you can see.
If Malagos is going to deliver the explanation, whether it's expedited or not, Mia's going to pay very close attention to how he.
Okay.
I want to know if.
what all have we told Chief Yambul before?
That's for you all to remember.
I never
I
remember
wasn't
shit.
there when you guys talked to him, so I can't help with that.
Travis, do you remember?
Travis is dead.
Travis is dead.
Far as
Travis is dead.
I
Are you gonna make me
guess
double
I don't remember because I'm dead apparently.
Travis is in a bag.
In a pocket dimension.
Yep. With a bunch of
Can
other
I roll
junk.
for this? My
Of
act
course,
really
if you want a really easy explanation, just pull out Travis's corpse and say, "You have vampires under your island."
the accommodations for plenty hospitable. Malagos is gonna run through a quick rundown of basically what happened.
Telling him
about
everything.
just about the fact that, hey, we found underground vampires.
You going to tell them how you found underground vampires?
How much do we trust him?
More than the other
Oh,
chick.
fuck, he's the. Wait, wasn't the chief the one who was in the heart that got stuck there because the other guy took the thing?
Yep.
Okay.
The elders
Okay.
couldn't navigate to the island because they didn't have the talisman. Right?
Right, but
That's
wasn't
what
the chief
issue was?
there and he got stuck in there because the talisman was taken?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that
Malgus
why we
tells
don't
him,
have our we didn't stop and get our companion because they don't like him anymore.
regardless, Malgus is going to tell him everything.
Okay.
And the unfortunate news that about said vampire and the little bit of vampire knowledge that she has that Kyrie told her.
So he listens, watching Malagos intently.
Malgus is also going to be like, can I take a seat? Because I'm full.
There are no chairs in here. You may sit on the floor if you wish.
Malgus immediately plops on the floor.
Clang, clang, clang. Yeah.
Clunk. Sorry.
Yeah, that seems more appropriate.
Look, I had like 3/4 of my health stolen by a vampire, so I'm just a little ragged.
So
how did he receive? Yeah, what's his demeanor like in his body language and his facial expression?
He's not pleased, but he's
Does he look
carefully.
surprised at all? Or does he look like this is something he knew about?
He's carefully reserving his emotions. Anything beyond that's going to require a roll.
Insight?
Yeah, Malgus would also like to insight.
10.
Ooh, could you give me the help action? Oh, god damn it, Malagos. We could have had a crit.
Why are my rolls so terrible tonight?
10 and 6.
We could have
Put it this way, I have a literal +5 to insight, so
utilize help actions, people.
Well, you're supposed to use the help action before you roll.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Anyway, a 10 is enough to see that he does. This is not information he had prior.
Okay. Then I will.
Malagos is gonna make a notion to show him that she has a shadow.
Uh-huh.
I'm good.
So what do these creatures have to do with our missing villagers?
Ooh.
Did you not hear the part about there being a giant underwater graveyard and vampires can shapeshift?
Maybe we deliver crushing news without that much snark, and that's coming from me, so that should really say so. Little reverend.
I'm sorry, I'm like 3/4 dead.
Okay.
No
I
excuse.
pat
I'm sorry.
Malagos, and then I'm like, all right, I'll talk. You sit in a corner and take a nap.
Malgus is actually going to go take in the corner and take a short rest. Not that's going to get me anything, but
it appears that your island was infiltrated by a group that came upon it with, I'm assuming, nefarious plans. They started abducting your villagers, killing them, draining them of life, whatever they need to sustain themselves, and then they replace them because they can shapeshift as long as they are not in water. So,
running water.
sorry, not in running water.
I see. So they're keeping the ones on the beach for easy access?
I would assume it's like a snack bowl, yeah. Like a fruit bowl.
This is very
tripping. And then, specifically, I'll list off of, the people we saw.
Carrig as well, then. The heart of the island did say that there was something attempting to attack this island, and at first I thought it might have been you and your group. I must admit that option is still not completely out of my mind.
Would love to rid you of that idea. Not sure what your apprehension us. I know outsiders eke bad.
Well,
But
you
sincerely,
must
we were here to help.
understand we have not had visitors to the island in generations. The heart of the island protects us here and allows us to thrive without interference from outside sources. But your coming was much after the strange happenings with the other tribesfolk. And so I
To be
do
fair, the only reason
suppose-
we're
He just kind of looks at Malagos for a second, staring
she's
at
gonna
her.
shut up and be like, sorry.
So I would count that one as a point in your favor.
While we're here, we will do everything we can to respect your island and its people, while we're also helping you. I'm not saying that in a like a we're way. It's just that's the fact of the matter. However, there's a lot more going on than just your island. But before we get into that, are there any villagers that you can think that are still here but don't come out in the daytime? Maybe they've been sick. Maybe they have been injured and they just can't leave their home. People that avoid that kind of thing.
Most of our villagers are on the beach or missing. Carrig was really the only one that kept to himself throughout the day.
Okay.
From what you've explained, that makes sense now.
Yeah. If they get anyone else, or they send anyone else back to the village, I think that's something that you can identify. Hopefully, we will be able to figure out a way to stop them before anyone else is harmed. But they're strong, and if you don't know how to fight them, well, we lost one of our party members to them. And we didn't have the resources to bring them back. So.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. We lost our shaman a few weeks ago. She's vanished, much like the others. Right now, the only one able to perhaps help with the loss of one of your friends would be the heart of the island itself.
We were hoping that that would be the case. Before we head out, there are other things happening as well. Your island is suddenly very popular. I would.
What do you mean?
Our ship was sank by an Imperial warship off of your coast. We don't have intel on whether they're coming or whether they are leaving. I don't know if any of your spirits or familiars can fly up to sea, but that might also be an impending problem.
Well,
Full transparency, I don't think anyone should be surprised with.
The heart of the island has assured me that the beast is set to keep anything from getting into the interior of our lands here. It'll keep most invading forces to the beaches. And anything that might come by air would have to tend with the great birds that live around the volcano.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. Anything but air? Like one person?
They are extremely territorial.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
As a GM note, I want to point out that this was revealed by Boogresh when you first came on the island, which is why you had to stay within the tree cover.
Oh my god.
I don't think any of us remembered this.
No,
Nope.
Mia holds up a finger and says, "Hold, please."
Well, actually, I'm curious. In the amount of time it's been since we told Jacen to
It's
meet us,
only
have
been a
you
couple
met-
minutes. Don't make it worse than it is.
I wonder if Jacen is
So-
clever enough to have realized about the birds.
No.
I feel like he would notice a giant bird flying towards him.
They're rocks, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I think it would be rather difficult to miss one of those coming at you. But then again,
Wait. What do you mean they're rock? Like they're made of rocks?
No, like they're
No.
a rock. It's a kind of
Not an
Creature.
ROCK, an ROC. Gargantuan monstrosities.
just think of them as gigantic hawks or eagles.
No, not
Yeah, I
gigantic.
see-
Gargantuan.
I mean
Avian of okay, hold on. I literally just looked up. It says avian of unbelievable size. That'd be hard to miss.
In the
I
ancient
scream at Jacen in my head.
So in the ancient days, they were created by the gods to challenge dragons for dominance of the air.
God.
Yep.
Just saying.
Sounds a little violent.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, yes,
Fucking
Kit says it properly. Big fuck off bird monster that eats people.
God. Just the way
Love that.
Malicus's eyes would just go wide and be like, "Oh shit!" I
This is
forgot
a
about the damn
perfect
bird.
time to drop that line too. They're extremely territorial.
Is that a perfect time to drop that line?
Is there something amiss? Says Chief
What if-
Yomble.
A miss?
Like a
Not yet.
Malicus would look at him and be like, one of our other party members has rejoined us. And essentially she's telling him to get on the ground and not become bird food.
My husband is a fan of flying.
Do not fly to the volcano. I repeat, do not fly to the volcano. Giant birds are not friends. Take a damn walk for once. Oh my god.
Wow.
But at the same time, watch out for the demon.
I already told him about the demon. It's fine. I would beat the demon all day over fucking.
I feel like that message would only encourage Jacen more.
Oh god,
hell.
probably.
Like, what is she trying to say?
I would hope that if Jacen caught a glimpse of a rock, he'd be like, "Oh, that's what Mia was saying."
Oh shit.
Just,
But at the same
just out of-
time, Yes.
just out of curiosity, Jacen, give me a perception check.
Like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The rock has gotten Jacen.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking?
Oh
Jacen.
God!
Is it breakfast?
I think he said he clicked it. It was just taking a while.
Yeah, it's like he's still loading.
Huh.
Alright, there we go. Perception, you said?
Yeah, perception. Just okay, good. Yeah,
He
Jacen
knows a
would have
big fucking bird.
Jacen would have noticed the large nests around the crest of the volcano.
Good, good. Jason will start walking when he sees nests. The second he notices, he's like, yeah, we'll walk around. Or like he'll fly, but he'll fly like right above the ground. So
That
he's still
works.
faster than his walk. What?
That would work, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like flying, like he's hovering above the ground because that way he's...
Oh, that's what I did on my broom. Aw, like husband, like wife. We're disgusting.
Man, I was really looking forward to have Jacen one-on-one against a rock.
Woo!
What are you talking one-on-one? You were going to mob him with rocks.
Easy win. I would...
It's just
I'm
gonna
the
be
people
one-on-one.
cat not
It's
that
not
fake
one
ass
on
bird.
rock, it's one on flock.
He is Jason. He's Jason Dwayne John.
Oh my God!
Okay, so that all aside, I have gathered the relic. If you all are ready to go to the meeting place,
About as ready as I can be.
Yeah.
Which actually, a good question. Since we're walking, will we be at risk of one of these creatures trying to, possibly murder us?
the path to the heart of the island is safe for those of us who walk it.
Is
And the-
there a place where we can have Mia's husband join us, so he can also have that safe walk and not possibly be eaten by a giant bird?
Or
The
demon.
The entrance is at the base of the mountain.
Cool. Well,
I'm
the rest of
imagining
you are
it's
ready.
right at that little divot in the mountain.
I look at the party and I'm like, how long is this walk? Like, is this a walk to push our physical capabilities? Like, what?
About half an hour's walk from here.
Oh, that's not too bad. Is anyone
No.
looking like Travis status, or are we all good to walk 30 minutes?
Malagos will probably be at the back of the pack and a little slower than usual, but she can handle
I'm
a
fine.
half-hour walk.
Mia hands Malagos her broom, and then before Malagos takes the broom, she says, "I want this back."
You can have it back. I know I'm like Dragonborn, but I'm not the biggest fan of flying. Hovering.
I'm
should
not
be
the biggest fan of having to replace my party members consistently month after month, so please use this to get where we're going.
okay. Malagos will, having watched Mia do this many, many times. And of course, I suddenly blank on it. Is it?
Oh, what is it? What is it? Huh?
I heard you do it so many times. I want to say it's zoom, zoom, vroom, vroom, or vroom, vroom, zoom, zoom.
No.
I hear you do it all the time, and I laugh about it. And the one time I have to go do it, I can't fucking remember it.
Yeah, that's why
God,
she's
how
enjoying
embarrassing
it.
for you.
It's almost like Critical Role.
I don't have anywhere else to be tonight, so
Scanlan, what's the magic words?
Venereal.
Hey, Mia. I know I've watched you do this millions of times, but
Mm-hmm.
how do I activate it?
don't
Okay,
tell
so
her.
first you spread your legs a little wider so you stance. You drop your core into a twerking motion.
You're messing with me.
It's all part of the process. Trust the
It's all
process.
part of the process. There's a little wobble action in there because you have to be ready to hop on. And then in the same motion, you have to hop on the broom, and with all of the gusto that you can muster, you have to say, zoom, zoom, broom, broom.
I was close with vroom vroom.
But that's not going to go with vroom, vroom. It's
I
not a vroom, vroom. It's a broom, broom.
Malaga's gonna heavy sigh, rub her face a little. Okay. And when they're starting to walk, she will wait till everyone's in front of her, put her feet a little wider, do a little wiggle action,
Oh,
have the
Garganoth
room
is
between her
watching.
legs,
Tail and all.
drop her core. Huh?
Tail and all.
Tail and all. And go zoom zoom, broom broom.
And with that, the broom does activate.
Malagos has never been on the broom before. She's going to be like, ah.
Dexterity save.
Oh,
Please don't fall off.
Falls off, breaks neck. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, a little
That's
shaky at
pretty
first,
good.
but you catch yourself. You're good.
Now here's the question. Can Malagos just hover enough that her tail's still slightly dragging on the ground?
I'm sure you could.
Yes.
wait, does
Goofy.
Malagos have a tail?
Yes, she does.
Most Dragonborn
Huh.
do.
I thought most Dragonborn didn't.
Yeah, I
have
thought
a
they
tail.
didn't.
In my world, they do.
I was gonna say.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Now I need to go and adjust all of Malagos's art.
I mean, Malagos has
Yeah.
always played herself as having a tail, so I just let you know that,
Yep.
that's what it is.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure I've used it in a fight before where I've like swept
Yeah.
around, like smacked somebody with it.
You've used your tail to try and leg sweep people.
All
I
right.
haven't done it in a while though.
Now that the paladin won't collapse, well,
Okay.
if you do, tie a rope around your middle. Let's go. After you, sir. Chief.
All right. I'm not gonna make you guys play through the whole walk there. But
Malagos
as-
is going to use like a spare cloak to tie some part of her, like tie her hand to the broom.
Okay. Jacen, just for the passage of time, and so I know what's happening on your side, give me 2 D100 rolls.
Oh God,
Oh boy.
the demon.
Okay, thank you. So, Chief Yamble walks the group towards the volcano, which you definitely see looming in the air with the black smoke rising and all that. It is an active volcano. As you start to notice, like, the black volcanic rock kind of popping up through the dense underbrush, you notice that Chief Yamble is looking for something along the rock face, and eventually brings you to where there is a fissure in the stone. And from the way this is hidden, it would not be easily found by somebody who does not know it is there. And as the chief holds up the relic that you had seen your shipwrecked companion have, Boogrash, you watch as the fissure in the rock opens up a bit more to allow passage for a large orc like the chief himself. Looking back at you all, kind of waves you forward. This is the way to see the part of the island. This is a sacred place to my tribe. He's treated as such.
Malagos will carefully lift her tail up over to its laying on the broom. Has anyone
And
spotted?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, has anyone spotted Jacen nearby so that we can?
I was just about to get to that.
Same brain.
So, moving to Jacen's perspective, Jacen, you did not have an encounter with the beast. However, in your flying, you did notice, at least at some point, a very large bird-shaped shadow that was casted down on you and followed you for quite a ways. But you had no encounter with the bird. Just a nice little check your pants moment.
Yay!
So
He's not enough food.
as Yambul gives this warning about this being a sacred place, that is about the time you hear the crashing through the underbrush and the leaves as Jacen zips by you all quick as a shot.
I think we found our wizard.
Mia, Mia, wherefore art thou?
I've already crushed him in a hug.
He
All
just
the little
zips by,
face
wipes
kisses,
me
so,
out.
like, I put my hands on his cheeks and I'm like, all over his face.
Ari
Gross.
just goes, "Aww."
Miss me.
And then I flick him in the forehead.
Yep, he definitely missed me.
Why are you so stupid?
Why your ship at the bottom of the ocean?
That is comparing apples to snakes. Two different things.
I mean, none of what you said is wrong, but still, why is your ship at the bottom? Can't take you anywhere.
Frankly, you know more about that than we do. Thank you so much for coming. I missed you. I'm so glad you're here. I don't have all the time in the world to...
Also, where's like half the group?
I was going to ask if you saw them.
No, what happened to Amber, the robot thing?
They elected to stay on the boat.
Saren Hawks too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were not with the rest of the survivors.
The Imperial ship, was it going or was it coming?
God, was it going or coming?
You couldn't tell from when you saw it. It was just out in the water.
It just seemed to be hanging out there.
I imagine.
What?
Look, Amber can cast sending. If Amber could do it, I think she would have called. I think she would have called me.
You don't think?
So that is another painful stress point.
Is Jacen going to tell me about the cannon fire that was described to him?
Yes, yeah. Jason will describe all that. This is what the people had to tell me.
I look around to everyone, and then I kind of pull Jacen aside. Like, I walk a little bit away to, and I have, like, my hands, like, on the top, like, when you are standing in front of someone and you bicep tricep area, just comfort rubbing, in a very low voice. We both know can get her ship. We also know that Amber can get other people off of that ship.
You should have had time to react.
if she had time to react. I'm just very concerned that she didn't send anything over.
But why would Imperials attack you? Didn't they send that guy? He points at. Wait, is Travis in the background?
Travis is in the bag.
Travis in the bag. Didn't he send? Where's the dead guy?
He's in the bag.
Right, the STD. He sent the STD. So why would they attack us?
I don't know if that's affiliated with Travis. I don't know if we have time to puzzle through that. I can't cast sending to anyone but you. I can't get a hold of Amber to check if she's okay, or if Saren is alive, if Galloy is in multiple bolts, or if Hawks is okay. And frankly, I'm really trying to fucking keep it together for people, but it's really hard when you just find out that half of your group might be gone.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't even know.
I think we need to be pragmatic, but I think maybe we just operate under the assumption that they're alive right now. Because that's what I can do, and I can't change it either way.
That makes the most sense. How are the others holding up?
Kyrie continues to be insanely strong through her whole ordeal. Malagos remains positive. Travis is dead, and Garth is hungry.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
And with that, I of course handed him his breakfast, which I warmed up a little bit before giving him.
Garganoth jumps and kisses you on your forehead with where Mia flicked you and says, "I will never let her hurt you again. Thank you so much. I've missed you."
I have much breakfast for you. Do not worry. Not come. What happened with the vampires and stuff?
Who are you talking about?
Both of you, because you guys were both down there. Because I remember Jacen was the one that found out you guys were. Did you guys kill them all, or what happened?
Mia, I'll let you break the news about our companion.
Oh, he knows he's in the bag.
Ex-companion. Oh.
They are not dead.
Okay.
Would love for them to be dead. Would love for you to help us kill them without fire, because let's just mind that.
Because what?
Just mind the trees when you're casting. Just as a friendly reminder.
I mean, I do have a bit of holy magic.
I'm sure that would be.
Also, wasn't that guy like a captain of like Imperial Guard or something? Rank?
No.
Sergeant.
He was under Swain.
He was a sergeant. I just feel like, I expected a ranking Imperial officer to be a little tougher. A little disappointed. Anyway, what's the next step from here? Are we gonna be able to...
We respectfully follow this the chief. We are going to go consult something very special in Power Island to
see if we can revive it.
I mean, there's a lot of things we need to address. That's one of them. But
okay, just because Imperial warship, Imperial. Yeah.
Right, that's bad for us, but there's a lot going on here that's bad for them currently.
Like said vampire infestation?
Like said vampire infestation.
And what about the giant birds? Bad, good?
They live here, so neutral.
Okay. Because one would follow me. It was scary, but they didn't attack or
Maybe
anything.
keep below the canopy.
All right. After you, let's go. Where is the body?
I told you he's in the bag.
That was a joke. You put a body in the bag of holding? That's hilarious.
It wasn't my idea. That's why it's funny. I'm not very.
Still hilarious.
A little morbid.
The chief kind of clears his
Now a body
throat
bag.
while standing at the mouth of the cave.
Malagas is looking at them all and think, can we please move so I can rest after this?
You're resting now. You don't have to exert any physical prowess.
I feel
Ride the
just-
broom.
Okay,
Oh,
the
is
broom-
anyone? Oh wait, actually, I did a short rest. I would have been able to heal.
You can't.
You can use
Do we-
hit dice to heal during a short rest.
Yeah, when I did the short rest, I would have used some hit dice.
How many?
I'm at 66. They're d6s.
You can use up to half of your total.
Yeah, we'll do 7. Why not? Roll.
Also, I know I'm not exerting energy right now, but I would like to
Several?
get back to my full
Wow.
strength.
Two
That's
ones,
embarrassing.
a 5, a 3, 2 2s, and a 3.
That's impressive.
So, as Chief Yambul leads you guys into this tunnel, it is not a nice tunnel. It is thin in some places. It is jagged. It is, volcanic rock. It's rough like a pumice stone. The heat coming from inside is intense. And it smells like sulfur.
Well,
Man, I
suddenly
sure
being
missed
dead
this.
being dead is suddenly looking like not quite the worst thing that could be happening to Travis right at the moment.
Jacen says, I sure missed this. The life of an adventurer.
It's good to see you again, Jacen.
I miss
Mia
you too.
has no capacity to joke about anything right now.
It's been a day.
Well, yeah, it's been a day.
Oh, who was the first person I saw?
Mia.
Mia, you look absolutely stunning today despite everything that's happened.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Suddenly your god is no longer glaring at you.
Mia grabs his pinky.
Oh,
Aww.
And I missed you dearly. Because
No.
Jacen said he would say Jacen said he would say 2 after how good
Mia
Jacen made
wants
him
to
mend him.
cry, but it is not the time.
so as you continue along this tunnel, eventually it does open up into a larger chamber.
Is it dark? Do we need light or anything? Or
There is the constant glow of what you would expect in a cave for a volcano. It's a lava type glow. Oranges and reds. But in the center of this one chamber that's opened up a bit, there is a rather ornate looking wash basin, which matches the size of the orcs, not your guys' size. So it's a rather
Like a
large.
pool?
Almost, yeah, but raised like on a pedestal.
can I use investigation to see if I see anything ruins or if it means anything?
You can if you want to.
24. How sad is it that that's an 8? I rolled an 8 and I got a 24.
You are aware that the runes are written in a demonic language.
Is this sending bad? Is this bad demonic?
Do you read demonic?
I mean, no, but I have a spell that could let. I think if I actually read it.
I'm pretty sure you do have that spell that lets you read all languages, because I think.
Well, do you
I do
really
now.
wanna? Do you really want to use the spell right now?
Do you understand the literal
AKA,
meaning of any
Doomer does not
spoken
have it.
language? Any written language that you see? Yep.
Doomer is gonna have to.
But
Can
you
I
do.
do like a roll to see can Jacen do like a
Nope. We're gonna sit here while I get the language. Everybody
you
talk
haven't
among
like the
yourselves.
language yet.
Everyone
That's
talk
why
among
he
yourselves
asked.
for a bit.
That's why he asked if he really wanted to do this right now.
Well, I was gonna ask if Jason was getting like a bad chill up his
You already
What do you-
linked the spell.
Wow.
no regrets. You know
No
what?
regret.
You know what? Jason would rather be safe than sorry. Yet.
And at this point, I feel like Doomer should have expected this shit from us.
Yeah, well,
Always the shit he never prepares for.
Yep.
So yeah, Jason's eyes will turn blue as he casts a spell to be able to read what's written and not.
It does mention that you have to be touching the surface on which the words are written.
Oh yeah. Was that? Yeah, okay. But still, I might as well just give me a second so I can get this for later.
I feel like if Jason would go to touch something, Mia would slap his hand. Be like, be respectful.
He is. He would be touching one way. Be respectful. Be anything bad to it. Like he'd be tracing his hands over the runes.
I don't know. Should you ask first? What if they don't want people to touch it?
I mean, that's fair.
Okay, so this is what all of you see on the basin.
Hmm.
Good old Djruthourhi. Little Djruthourhi.
And I'll just send this to Remy by a whisper.
Whisper to me. Whisper, sweet little nothings. Mm. Okay, that doesn't seem terrible.
So, as you stand there, you observe Chief Yambul dip his hands into the fluid that's in this basin, and he pours what he has in his hands over his head. It is a thick, clear oil type substance. And he motions for you guys to follow suit.
Copy.
Yeah, how do I deactivate the broom?
Jason's gonna ask this shaman dude, the Pact of the Flame will protect us too?
Yes. The oil will protect you from the fires.
Okay, Jason will bow respectfully and do it.
I take the broom from Malagos.
Just take it from her. Right out from
Mug's
under.
like, wait, my hand.
So Jason's gonna use message to me and say, I'm pretty sure we're about to light ourselves on fire. Well,
Not gonna be the weirdest thing that happened today.
Literally.
just giving you a heads up.
Love that. Douse me, baby.
So does everyone do
These
it?
fireball Jason, but we're apparently just letting ourselves.
Malagos will follow the same thing that Chief
Sure.
Yambul did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So as you put this oil on, you suddenly feel the heat around you that's been kind of suffocating die down as you have gained fire resistance.
Ooh.
Does
Nice.
this come in a to-go form?
And as you witness, though each of you took oil from the basin and poured it on yourself, the level of the oil is still the same within the basin. With that, the chief nods and moves from this chamber to the passage that is on the other side. And with a bit more walking, deeper into the heart of the volcano, you would imagine the heat would be increasing, but the oil is what is protecting you from feeling such effects. The chamber again starts to widen out into what is almost like some grand entrance hall that you might have seen at the royal palace. Not as finely carved and ornate, but more wild and natural looking, with volcanic pillars and alcoves carved from the rock. At the end of this chamber is a pyre burning bright, just this bright flame. And Yambul walks forward along this massive causeway. And as you grow closer to this flame, he takes a knee and bows his head. And as he does, the flame flickers and shifts and takes on a form.
Mia also takes a knee, but like behind, respectfully.
Defeaty.
Malios will follow suit.
And so will Tyree.
Yep, Jacen follows suit.
Sure.
So we're all taking a knee.
Yeah.
The form steps forward from what is revealed to be a throne of sorts and walks down to stand over Yambul with almost possibly even more than double the height of the orc.
Jesus Christ. Damn.
Chief, it would appear that you have brought outsiders into my sacred sanctum. What is the meaning of this? And that's where we'll stop for this week.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Should have known that was going to happen.
Mhm.
Well,
I love it.
I suppose as a corpse, I've got all the time in the world.
You do.
True. But
I mean, you're practically in this world and the next already.
I would like to thank all of our watchers. I would like to thank the couple of new followers we got tonight. Thank you for sticking around. If you feel like supporting what we do here, go ahead and leave a tip or however you'd like to. And if you don't feel like it, that's fine as well. We're glad we were able to entertain. We're glad we took up some of your time. And from all of us to all of you, just remember that there are 20 sides to every story. Roll for yours. Have a good night, guys.